Yo, 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 everybody! Generikb here, and welcome to a brand new series, Generikb's BEEcademy. That's right, it is a bunch of tutorial videos that will show you step by step how to become a Master Bee apiary guy. Master. Okay, so this episode is just going to show you the very basics of what kind of bees are out there in the wild, how to get them, and how to store them. And we'll talk about breeding and all that crazy stuff in future episodes, but I really want to get you guys started with the basic stuff. So there are, in the wild, now this is with the Extra Bees mod, keep that in mind, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different types of bees that are called Hive Bees. And they're called Hive Bees because these little guys right here, the hives, are found naturally within your Feed the Beast world, or whatever mod pack that you're using that uses the bees in the Extra Bees mod. So let's talk about each type and some of the pros and cons of them and what you might use them for. The first one is, actually I'll talk about the first two, the forest and the meadows. These are your basic bees. Now the forest will be found obviously in biomes that have a lot of trees, so forest biomes, but not necessarily a taiga biome. And meadows are just found in plains and things like that. These are great bees just for your typical breeding, and we'll talk about that in a future episode. But they're great. They have good traits about being highly fertile, which means they produce lots of babies, which is always good when you're doing your first steps on breeding. So, and they're also very easy to find. So that's those guys. The tropical bees are found in jungles, and this is a little jungle hive. Located in jungles, they're found high up in the jungle tree. These have a very nasty poison effect when you breed them, so you have to watch out for them. But they produce a special type of comb that will give you silky whiffs. Whoa. Hello? Shh. I'm trying to make a academy over here. It makes silk wisps, which you can use to make an apiary suit, which you'll need if you want to start breeding some really nasty bees later on. Rocky bees are found underground, and these aren't great for breeding and mutation purposes because their main problem is they only produce one offspring, so it's not really great for getting a bunch of different mutations. But what they are really great about is by nature, they are nocturnal, they are strong flyers, and they are cave dwellers. And we'll talk about what that means later on. So these bees are great if you find a good species and you want to duplicate them. Rocky bees are your man. So if you ever find these, definitely mine them up, but keep them, okay? Modest bees found in the desert. And their partner, the wintry bees, are found in snow biomes. These two, they have their purposes, sorta. You can get some different mutations out of them. For the most part, though, these bees aren't really that great. Modest are found in the desert. Wintry's found in ice. We already talked about that. Marshies are found in the swamps and in these little swamp beehives. And again, not a whole bunch. They have temperature and humidity requirements that don't make them so great for breeding. I don't really use them too much. That's that. Water is found inside of water, either down in the ocean or along a riverbank. Not particularly useful either. Marbled will be found pretty much in any biome, and they're kind of junky as well. Really not too useful. And embittered are found within the nether. They're kind of hard to spot. They fit in really well with netherrack. And these are good for some of the more higher level bees that you may mutate. But starting off, don't really have to worry about them too much. Really, the ones I would start off with, get yourself a bunch of forest and a bunch of meadows. If you happen to find some tropical, go ahead and get that done, and any Rockies. The rest of these, you can grab them, but you don't have to worry about grabbing a whole bunch of them. So that brings us to the next part. How do you grab them? I'm glad you asked. You use this little sucker called a scoop, right? And so what I'm going to do is show you the recipe. It's just a bunch of sticks and a Y, and then any color of wool works. You can grab yourself a scoop. I'm going to put it right there. And you'll want to make, I'm going to make, there we go. You'll want to make a bunch of these because they really don't have that much of a durability on them. We're going to go right here. It happens to be a Meadows bee hive just out in the wild like this. Hey, buddy. And then you're just going to hit it, and then some stuff's going to pop out. Ho-ho! Now, this is interesting. This happens to be a rare case. Usually you will get a Meadows, you'll get one princess and one or more drones out of it, and sometimes you'll get a honeycomb. So I tell you what, let's try that one more time. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to grab a hive. Let's just grab a few of these things, just so we can see what kind of business we can get. Alrighty. Bloop, bloop. And let's hit it. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so here we have a princess, we have a drone, and then we've got these honeycombs. You want to keep all of these guys. It's very important, especially the princesses. Those are your, I was going to say your queen bees. They're not queen bees, they're princesses, but they're your real meat and potatoes, the real cornerstone of all of this bee breeding. So let's say you're flying around with your jetpack and you're gathering all of these things. You'll notice that for the most part, these things won't stack. A Meadows princess won't stack with a Valiant princess. So you'll quickly get an inventory that's very full because there's so many different bees, right? Many different bees and different combs, and you got all your scoops on you and all this stuff. So that is why an apiarist chest is very, very important. And here's how you make it. You just use a chest. You take 5 honeycombs and you put it underneath like that, kind of like a little minecart, and a piece of glass on top. So this is why the honeycombs are important. Now you can use any of the honeycombs that you get from any of the hives because they will give you different types. For instance, I think the tropical is a silky comb. Maybe it's a tropical comb. I can't remember. But there's all sorts of different types, right? And so then what you do is you just grab yourself one, put it down. And what's cool about this is you can stack, it's got 5 pages of places to put your bees. If you ever breed one and you learn about its mutations, it will show up over on the side over here. But this isn't the greatest user interface to learn about this stuff. I'm going to show you a really, really cool thing in a future episode. But that's how you do that. Now, what if you want to take this and make it portable? No problem. You just use an apiarist backpack. And the way you do that is you take an apiarist chest, put a couple wool on top, doesn't matter what color, get some string in the corners and a couple sticks, and kablooey, you've got yourself an apiarist backpack. It's the exact same thing as the chest, except it's portable. It's really nice if you want to come over. Show you a little trick here. Book, book, book. Come on up, bubba. Making sure I don't have any bees in my inventory. If I hit this guy, right, and they come out, I walk right up. You notice? Still not in my inventory. That's because they've now gone in here. Pretty cool. Now, there is one little additional trick you can do with the apiarist backpack. If you hold down Shift and right-click, now you can see it's locked. Oh, let me hit it with a scoop. So that stuff's there. If I pick them up, you'll notice they don't go in the backpack. They go into here. It's kind of nice if you want to keep like certain backpacks organized, and you don't want just every bee under the sun going into it. You can also do one where, sorry. Bloop. And that way it's kind of a one way where only bees will come out of it if you're trying to put it into a chest or something. And then there's one where only bees will go into it if you just want to use this one as a hoover to pick up all the bees that you get. And then you can right click it one more time and it just makes it default. Ho ho! So this is the basics. I want you to go out there today. I want you to find a bunch of bees and make some scoops. Grab the bees, stick them in a chest, stick them in a backpack, and then tune in next episode. We'll talk about how to breed pure bees and how to get a couple tools that will really, really help you out when it comes to starting your very first mutation. Hopefully this helps. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Brush your hair. See you when I see ya. Peace!